Louisiana beer reviews. Envie from Parish Brewing Company, Broussard, Louisiana. That's in south central Louisiana. All right, along U.S. Highway 90 and the old 90, renumbered Louisiana 182. Anyway, the last time I did a solo review of this beer was in 2013. I did a duo review with my friend David not too long ago. Now the website says 5% alcohol, but the bottle clearly says 5.1. Minor difference, but it is a difference. This beer is also sold in pint cans every now and then. And then you can get kegs of it if you live, I guess, out there. And probably out here you could order it. And then draft at various bars around the state, restaurants. All right. I had some production problems when I was doing the original review, and I poured it. Now the head never was too thick, but it was like, a thin, slightly off-white head. It was never too thick in this wide brim glass. It had some fizziness. Now in the bottle they had some chunks, and I was worried because there's no date, guys, on the bottle. But when I poured it in, it's like the chunks just spread out and disintegrated into the beer and made a hazy, like pineapple yellow. IBUs aren't listed, but I'm guessing 28 to 32. You get the juicy hop resin. You get the fruits, some pale malt, like coming across like a light bread, white bread, and it's the same thing in the taste, like a white bread crust. The fruitiness, but they don't go crazy with this, like make it taste like a fruit salad. And hop bitterness, hop resin, noticeably bitter, but not incredibly bitter. A light beer drinker, like a Busch Light drinker, might think, oh, it's so incredibly bitter, but it isn't really. And they would think the body's heavy, but of course they drink in Busch Light. The body's high, the body's medium. It's not heavy. The finish is mostly dry, medium dry. Now you think about a old American Pale Ale, Sierra Nevada Pale Ale, introduced 40 years ago. That's clear. It's not as deeply resinous. It's not as deeply resinous or bitter. It has a nice character though. Now which one's better? I don't know. It's even hard to compare those two. You got Dale's Pale Ale, which is so profoundly bitter with the IBUs that it's more like an India Pale Ale, plus considering the alcohol level. Then you got British style Pale Ales like Bass, which most of ours are now made in the United States using the British recipe, at least the export recipe, higher ABV. That's dark. You say pale, but it's tan, and that has a caramel, different yeast thing and everything. It's just so different. So Pale ales are fascinating because they just seem to be so varied. So you can't say, well, I tried a pale ale. No, you got to try them all because they change one to the other. Well, much like IPAs, but even maybe more. If you ever see this, buy it. It's not too expensive. You can get a 6-pack for about $10.99. Maybe a little less, but probably $10.99. And good craft beer made in small batches in Broussard, Louisiana. And I'd like to go visit the brewery, take a tour one day. And I would score it a 95. It's that good. It's a 95 out of 100. A most excellent product. Get your hands on it. Parish does not make bad beers. They make a few that are not that good. But that's another story. But most of them are really winners. Winners. So Lazy Le Bon Temps Relais. A fantastic product. And I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to southeastern Louisiana.